Hello and welcome back to Curbstorm City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016. And you might notice a bit of a difference with the audio because I've had to sell my microphone to buy a new charger for my laptop because my laptop thought it would be a good idea not to charge when the laptop's on. So I have to wait for it to be off to charge it, use the battery, recharge it, and then I can use it again. It's a faff on. But yeah, the problem still persists, but I can't take the charger back. So yeah, I'm going back to the old microphone for now until the end of the month, hopefully. But yeah, we're going to get straight into Revolt. But before we do, I believe we've got some locker room incidents, if I can find them. Yeah, we've got quite a few. We've got 4. So we've got Juventud Guerrera has gotten a lot of heat with the locker room after letting rip. The backstage area was a no-go area for 30 minutes. And we give him a slap on the wrist. Literally not his fault, I guess. Rhino got into a heated argument with a fan outside the arena and had to be restrained before things got physical. So we'll give her a warning. And I'm guessing Samoa Joe didn't shake someone's hand yet. So he's been taken to wrestler's court. And then Terry Funk has been passing on tips on using psychology to prodigy John Cena. So, fair enough. Hopefully Cena picks some good knowledge up from Terry Funk. I'm sure he has a lot of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, obviously Terry Funk's going into the Hall of Fame this year, so he's still on the roster. Maybe we could get him involved in the New Jack storyline. We'll have to see. Yeah, as with the last episode, whenever we hit 125 likes going into Global Glory, the next episode will be released on Patreon, and then 24 hours later it will be released on the channel. So yeah, let's try and get to Global Glory quick. And if you want to see us get there quicker, obviously hit the like button. But yeah, we start the show with CM Punk sitting with his legs crossed in the center of the ring with his television championship laid out in front of him. And he says, last week I exposed the fraud that is Rob Van Dam. He may have caught me out on his return because sure, I didn't expect him. But now I have you scouted, Rob. I know you inside out and I know you are weak. I know you are a shell of your former self. You came back for the money. You came back as a false prophet, but CM Punk is here to save ECW from your lies. And then the crowd start chanting CM Punk. And then he says, you see, Rob, the tide has changed. Listen to these people. Some people not like my lifestyle choices, but one thing people can get behind is the fact I am who I say I am. And I stick to my word no matter what. Then he says the company is still set on having Rob Van Dam at Global Glory, but before we get there, he has to earn his title rematch. And tonight, I've been told we both have to get a partner for a tag match, and boy, I have found a good one. So yeah, just a promo continuing this RVD feud, 50D plus. Not brilliant, but it did the job story-wise, and I've started actual storylines within the game. Hopefully that boosts ratings over time. Something I always seem to neglect. I don't really think about it, but yeah. I'm going to try and involve them. Building up to Global Glory, see if it helps the ratings. CM Punk came across well in this. The angle got the crowd hotter and announcing and colour did well. And then we go backstage and Rhino is shown in a dark corner of the arena and he says, let me tell you something about me. Let me tell you something about the man, Rhino. Ever since my championship reign ended, every single day, every single minute, every single second, all I can think about is that moment I was pinned by Tanaka. 1, 2, 3. The days blur together and my nights last a week. But I am set on the path to regaining that championship on the biggest stage of them all. But there's many roadblocks in the way. Tanaka is managed by the promoter, but Paul, I know you're a smart man and a businessman, and the money for your big show is Rhino versus Minoru Tanaka. But there's one small problem with that, and that's you, Sting. So if you get in my way, I will run straight through you. So yeah, he's cutting a promo, trying to humanise Rhino a bit. Yeah, his title loss has really affected him. Yeah, he's not dealt with it very well, and this is his fuel to regain the championship at Global Glory. And Sting's trying to get himself involved in the title picture as well, so he's not happy about it. And this got a 69C+, and the angle got the crowd hotter, and the main event of Glory storyline has started. Again, trying to get some storylines going. And then in a bout that had great wrestling and good heat, Rhino defeated Vampiro in 9 minutes 39 by stoppage when Vampiro could not continue. So giving Rhino a win over a established main eventer, I guess. 79 from Rhino, 63 from Vampiro. So Rhino, again, at them top level ratings. Nearly on the brink of 80 this time. And 76 B- for that match. And not bad for the first match on the card. And after the match, the lights go out and Sting's music hits. And then text appears on the Titantron with the words, "Next week, I'll be in your way." Referring to the Rhino promo. And Sting is not afraid. And Sting is provoking Rhino here. And next week, it looks like there's going to be a confrontation. And the main event of Glory storyline has advanced with this segment and gained heat. So yeah, 72 B-. Good little segment. And not so good, 27 E. But yeah, this tag storyline is not bringing in great ratings, to be honest. A video airs showing the Chain Gang's challenge to New Jack. And then the next week, Cena explaining New Jack's suspension. So obviously, New Jack was challenged by the Chain Gang to find a partner. And then he went and got himself suspended because he showed up drunk. So yeah, in the storyline, he's been suspended for 2 weeks. And next week, the match will actually happen. So 27 E. Awful. Hopefully the rest of the show holds up. And then in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Jay Briscoe defeated Kaz Hayashi in 4 minutes 59 by submission. And John Cena did some good work at ringside, and obviously managing Jay Briscoe. 36 from Jay and 55 from Hayashi, so good from him. But he defeated him by submission, so something a bit different from Jay Briscoe there. And I've got two choices basically with the tag match next week. Either end the feud now, have the Chain Gang win, or have New Jack and his partner win, which will then lead to the title match at Global Glory. I'm not sure what to do, because this feud is not bringing in ratings at all. So maybe I could find a different opponent for them, or different opponents. We'll have to see how that goes. And then Rob Van Dam is shown backstage, still looking for a partner. And he sees Minoru Tanaka in the distance and approaches him. And he says, "Hey, Minoru, you don't have a match tonight, do you? Why not be my tag team partner? Look, Rhino and Sting are busy fighting each other, so there's no distractions. And me and you can wipe the floor with Punk and whoever who chooses." And he says, "You're the champ. Let's show people why you are the champion of this place." And Tanaka looks at Rob and says, "I'll think about it," and then walks away. And 55 C-. Paul Heyman helped Minoru during the segment. Apparently, that wasn't supposed to happen. Paul Heyman's supposed to be off TV, but it must be because he's his manager, but ignore that. And then the performance of Minoru Tanaka was good. And then a graphic is shown confirming next week's main event, Sting versus Rhino. And the winner faces Minoru Tanaka at Global Glory. And this got a 73 B-. So next week should be interesting. And we're going to confirm what the main event will be this year. So for the tag match, CM Punk has chosen Samoa Joe as his partner. And Minoru Tanaka took up the offer from Rob Van Dam to be his partner. And then in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Rob Van Dam and Minoru Tanaka defeated CM Punk and Samoa Joe in 20 minutes 19 when Rob Van Dam defeated CM Punk by pinfall with a surprise cradle. And Rob Van Dam was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else in the ring. But CM Punk and Samoa Joe showed excellent chemistry teaming together. So that's good. 72 for Joe, 75 from Punk, 69 from Tanaka. Not great from him. Surprising. And then Rob Van Dam has an in-ring performance of 54. And the Money versus Honor storyline has advanced with this segment, which is the CM Punk Rob Van Dam storyline. So yeah, Rob Van Dam pins CM Punk in this match. And obviously now he's got a pin over Punk, the champion, and has a claim for a title match at Global Glory. And he caught him with a surprise cradle. Not a definitive win, but a win nonetheless, and 61C. But yeah, the show increased our popularity in 10 regions. Probably could have swapped over the Rhino Vampiro match with the tag team match, but I wanted to build up to that tag team match over the show with the element of surprise of who they're going to pick. And obviously they'd need time to find their partner. So it made sense to have that in the main event. But yeah, not too bad. 66C plus. We haven't lost any reputation. We've increased in 10 regions, so not bad. And Tajiri has gone from ECW. His contract expired and I didn't renew it. We could possibly re-sign him because he didn't leave on bad terms. But for now, we'll just save a bit of money. Rob Van Dam gone from ECW, so we need to get him back on loan, which is why he actually dropped the title, as I explained in the last episode. Angel Williams is charismatic. The kid has a future, apparently, says RVD. 4.59 TV rating, which is our second highest so far. Not quite beaten last week, but still a massive improvement of previous shows. And now let's try and work out a deal with New Japan for Rob Van Dam's return. I swapped him last time for Rhino, so he gets a bit of experience in Japan, which will be good for him. So now we need to find someone else to send, because obviously I haven't used him 6 times yet. So we'll try. It could be quite good for Punk to go over there, so we'll try that. I think we can only get 6 appearances, but I'll try 10 anyway. 6 appearances is the maximum. So will they swap him for CM Punk? No, apparently not strong enough. So CM Punk and Devitt. Cool. That seems like a good deal. So yeah, Punk and Fergal Devitt will go and get some experience in Japan. But yeah, tonight we've got the Prince of the Super Juniors. And this is the last group stage match. We've got some locker room incidents beforehand. We've got Vampiro causing heat with New Jack after openly criticising his work. I'm not surprised. We'll give him a slap on the wrist. Vampiro has improved his behaviour. That's good. Vampiro is pleased. Nice one. And then Reina and Bula McGillicuddy almost got into a fight after she caused some damage. And Reina almost got into a fight with Bula McGillicuddy after she caused some damage to her rental car and refused to pay for it. Give him a warning. And then Rhino was being obnoxious and eventually beat up Kaz Hayashi after a fight broke out between them. We'll give him a warning. It's not on Rhino. And he's seen his personality get worse as a result of this handling. AJ Styles is unhappy at his decision. And Kaz Hayashi is very unhappy. Probably should have fined him then. Why is AJ getting involved though? He must be mates with Kaz, I guess. And then Sandman was caught sneakily drinking alcohol and breaking the locker room rules. So we're going to fine him. You don't break the locker room rules. And he now has simmering tension. Well, come on mate, we're at work. And I know it's ECW, but things have changed, man. So we start the show with the current standings of the groups. So with Group 2, it's more clear cut. Loki and Devitt are both through. And them two face each other tonight. The winner will win the group. And Delirious obviously then takes on Kenta. So they're just fighting for pride. And there's no way they can go through. But with Group 1, it could go either way. Jushin Liger and Juventud Guerrera currently on 4 points. And Chris Sabin on 3, so he's right behind them. But Dragon Kid is bottom on 0 points again. But he holds the key really because a win over Juventud Guerrera could really throw a spanner in the works. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And this got a 35E plus overall. Not a great start. But yeah, we start the show with Kenta defeating Delirious in 2 minutes 22 by pinfall, a 40D minus rating. Not brilliant. Delirious not putting in a good performance at all. And yeah, that got a 40D minus. And I've made this match really short because we've got an extra match in tonight with a previous star of the junior heavyweight division. So yeah, we've got 5 matches tonight. So I had to just cut this match right down. Kenta gets the 3 points. Delirious ends the tournament with 0. But yeah, 40D minus. And then we go in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat. Dragon Kid defeats Juventud Guerrera in 8 minutes 03 by pinfall with a fast roll up. And Dragon Kid ends the tournament with some momentum going forward. A big win for him tonight, and 46D. So he doesn't end on 0. And then in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, low-key drew with Fergal Devitt in 15 minutes when a time limit expired. So they end joint top of the group, and yeah, both men put in a good performance in this tournament, both undefeated so far, and both end on 7 points each. And this got a 54 C-, so a bit better from them. And then after the match, both men look exhausted after a great match. And Fergal Devitt offers to shake the hand of Low-Key, who accepts the shake, but then cheap shots Devitt after. So Low-Key not happy about that draw and probably feels that he could have got the win. And 44D. And then Minoru Tanaka's music hits. What is he doing here? And Tanaka grabs a mic and he says, "The junior heavyweight division is where I started my journey in ECW. I was once the ECW World Junior Heavyweight Champion, and now look at me. I am the World Heavyweight Champion. And I am the best wrestler in the world today, but not because of the fans and not because of the division, but because of my athletic ability and because I am a fighter. And I wanted to use tonight to offer a chance to any junior heavyweight competitor that isn't in the tournament, and a chance to shine against the brightest star in wrestling today. And a B plus 83 should help the rating and get us good enough for the TV provider, but we'll have to see. Hopefully Minoru's dragged us through this round at least." And Paul Heyman helped Minoru during the segment. In an extremely short match, Minoru Tanaka defeats Kendo Kashin in 4 minutes 11 by pinfall, and this got a 56 C-. Minoru Tanaka getting an 80, so good from him. Kendo Kashin with a 53. So yeah, hopefully this helps the rating, especially that promo. And in a better match actually than Tanaka's, Chris Sabin defeats Jushin Liger in 10 minutes 23 by pinfall with a future shock. And Chris Sabin has topped Group 1, which is massive. Chris Sabin got a 47 and 65 for Jushin Liger and 58 C- overall. And this completes the group stage, and Chris Sabin is top of Group 1 with 6 points. Joint second in Group 1 is Jushin Liger and Juventud Guerrera. So what I'm going to do is have a match between those two. The winner of that match will go through to the semi-finals, and this match will happen on Revolt. And obviously Low-Key and Fergal Devitt both go through, joint on 7 points. But yeah, decent match there. 58 C- from Sabin and Liger, 47 for Sabin and 65 for Jushin Liger. And a video airs showing the final group standings, which we've just gone through, obviously, and this got a 39 D-. Not a brilliant way to end the show. But we got a 60 C. Now, I can't recall exactly what we need to get to please the television company, but hopefully this is good enough. And yeah, again, Bravo are unhappy. Apparently we needed a 62, I just checked, and we only got a 60. Not brilliant. But we got a 4.5 TV rating, which is good. Plenty eyes on the product. And obviously we've got 1 episode remaining of the Prince of the Super Juniors. And I think in the next episode of the Prince of the Super Juniors in the finals, we're going to have some big marquee matchups to split the tournament in 2. So we'll have the semi-finals happen first, and then we'll have some matches in between. So I'm thinking we'll have one including AJ Styles and one including Minoru Tanaka, and then we'll move on to the final. So that should be a good show. Hopefully we please Bravo this time. So yeah, if you're excited for that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.